who had the best working punch? Anybody stick out for you?
Me.
You.
And actually, I've had a lot of guys have just other guys in the business have said that to me. You know, you throw a real good working punch, and I would say I copied guys like Dick Murdoch,
Mm.
Terry Funk, you know, those guys. But that was one of those things that I would practice. I would stand in front of a wall, and I would, you know, put my fist on the wall, and you know, so I'm this far away, I'm arm's length away from the wall, and then I would practice by, you know, throwing the punch and just barely hitting the wall.
Did
And
you ever really crack the wall and hurt your hand?
no, I didn't.
All right. What a
So,
pro.
so yeah, I don't know, but I appreciate. Yeah.
I've heard your name come up in that conversation a lot too. You, Terry Funk, Jake, and actually Jake said I have the best working punch too. So he feels the same way. Now what about the stiffest working punch, Ted? Who would hit you with it and you'd be like, "Whew, boy, this guy brings it every time."
Well, nobody ever hit me with a working punch real hard. I mean, I'm not trying to think. Well, if anybody did, they only did it once. Because in the business, there's a thing called the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you screw up like that, then expect the receipt. And you know, I can't remember.
Now, there were a couple of older guys in the business. Two names stand out for me that were like notoriously rough. They don't mean anything by it. That's just how they wrestle. One is Stan Hansen, and one is Wahoo McDaniel. Now I know that you've been in the ring with Stan Hansen. When Stan would hit you, I know that he would bring it, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, not in a. Okay, it would be. Yeah, I was Stan's tag team partner.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like sometimes like you know, it's like Stan was he was stiff, but I mean, you know, in Japan, I think that was just part of the way they worked there.
Okay.
They were a little snugger than most, you know, and like, you know, throwing chops, especially throwing chops and stuff. But yeah, yeah.
Now, when you came into Japan, were you aware that that was going to happen, or when you first come over there, is it like, did you think these guys were taking some liberties with you?
Well, no, I didn't. I never thought that. I mean, you know, just I was just told. They said we work. They work snug, and so I'm okay with snug. You know, I mean, as long as you're not, you know, not as long as you're not hitting me hard enough that you're gonna, you know, give me a black eye or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but just snug is snug, and that's snug is fine with me. Some guys don't like snug. You know, I just don't, you know, like just barely want to feel you. It's like, yeah, well, if you want that, go find a broad.
That's it. Snug looks good on camera too.
Yeah,
So yeah, just don't hit me in the mouth or the nose.